class.
Good morning, madam.
How are you today?
We are fine.
So during our previous session, we learned about introduction to procurement, and I want us to remind ourselves of what we did during our last session. Who can remind us the definition of public procurement? Yes?
I think public procurement, this using public resources to procure works, goods and services.
Good. He said public procurement is like using resources to acquire goods, services and works. And meanwhile, who else want to share something that they took from our previous lesson? Let me see. By show of hands. Okay, so in our today's lesson, we are going to talk about evolution of public procurement in Kenya. And these are our learning outcomes.
Kwani roho yako inapiga aje?
So yes, today we are going to look at evolution of public procurement in Kenya. Before we start, before we go deep into our topic, I want us to draw like a table. At the back of your book, kindly draw a table. It's going to have like 3 columns. The first column will write what you know about evolution of public procurement. What I know. So because it is you, you are asking yourself this question: what do I know about evolution of public procurement? Then in our second column, we are going to write, what do I want to know at the end of this session? What do I want to know? Then this one, you will leave it unanswered. Don't fill this one until we finish this session, okay? So this one, you write what I have learned. About evolution of public procurement. So draw this one. I want each one of you to write what you know about evolution of public procurement. What do you want to know about evolution of public procurement? Then this one will fill at the end of our session today. I believe everyone has done that. Let's proceed. Who can tell us what is evolution? The term evolution. According to you, how can you define evolution? Lois, you want to try?
Change.
Evolution is change. Good trial, Lois. Lois has said evolution is change. Who else wants to try? Who else? Yes, Lina.
Transformation.
Transformation. We have change and we have transformation. Which is all correct. They are all correct, and thank you for your participation. So, and then in this place we also have, we want to define what is a stage. A stage. Just use simple terms to define stage. Stage, what is stage according to you? Ishmael, what is stage according to you?
A stage is like a step.
A step. Good trial, Ishmael. Ishmael has just said a stage is a step. Who else? Yes, Maureen.
I can try. A stage, we can say it's like a certain level of something.
A certain level of something. Thank you for the trial. A certain level of something. Yes, we've defined evolution and we've defined stage from that. So in procurement, even let's use an example like us, like for me. I'm not like, since I was born, I've not been the same. I've evolved, I've grown from one step to another, till now, and I'm still growing. As growth does not stop. You grow every day, yeah, till the end of your days. So, the same way procurement was born. So it has to evolve. When you give birth to something, you don't intend to keep it there for the rest of its life. It will grow or develop. So we had those stages or the steps that procurement has come from until the present day. Okay, I want each one of you to think about the stages of procurement, stages of evolution. Think about stages of evolution in procurement. I want each one of you, I'm giving you like 1 minute to think about it. Then you will sit with your neighbor. You will pair yourself into two, the way you have arranged yourself. Your sitting position, arrange yourself. You share what you've thought about, like the stages of procurement. I want you to now pair, so that we can all share what we have thought about. Look at your neighbor, and share. I believe each and everyone have shared what you have thought about, and I want you now to share the stages that you shared. Did you share? Yes, tell us one.
Pre-independence.
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 Independent. So our first stage that Simeon and Mercy have shared today is pre-independent. The second paired group, Maureen and Anne.
Post-independence.
You shared about post-independence. Good. That was a good one. Moving on to Sharon, what did you share in your paired group?
Era of World Bank.
Era of
World Bank.
Era of World Bank. That is a stage. Good. Moving on to Karen's paired group. What did you share in your group?
Era of reforms.
Good. Era of reform. And last but not least, Evelyn and Ishmael. What did you share in your group?
The era of new constitution.
Era of new constitution. That was a good participation. Era of new Okay, thank you for that. I see the group was so effective, and you guys managed to share the stages that you know, the stages of procurement evolution. And allow me to share what I have here, so that we see what we can do about it. So I have the pre-independence stage. It was in the 1960s. This was in the 1960s. I think this is the time that procurement was born. It was new to the country. So this era, the pre-independence era, was mainly seen as a clerical function. It was performing the clerical duties of an organization. Yes. It was focused on purchasing goods, services needed, or works. That was its main focus, and its primary concern, its main concern was cost cutting. So that is what we had in the pre-independence. There was no formality in procurement. It was just like something that is new, you know? Yeah. So the next stage we have is post-independence stage of procurement. This is like the second one. It was in the 1960s to 1980s. So that is after it was born. At this place, it was a transactional stage. When I say transactional stage, it means like exchange of goods and services for money. Yes. And at this place, the organization, they started formalizing procurement. Here, it wasn't formalized. It was informal. Now here, they started formalizing it. That is post-independence, which was the 1960s to 1980s. The focus here was still on cost reduction. Here, yes, it was on cost reduction, not formalized. Also here, cost reduction, but formalized. And also here, they started managing supplier relationship. Here at post-independence, they started managing supplier relationship because they saw that it's worth it. Then we move to our next stage, which is era of World Bank. This was 19 to 19. It's also known as the strategic sourcing stage. Strategic sourcing stage. If you've heard about the word sourcing, strategic sourcing stage. Now here they started sourcing for things, unlike these other ones, they were just buying randomly. Now they started sourcing, and negotiations and purchase orders became more structured. Here they could negotiate for better prices and stuff. Then we have era of reform, which ran from 2000 and then our last era, which is up to now, it's the 2020s to present. So this is basically how procurement evolved from its birth to now. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
I think that we've seen that, and I want you to go write notes on stages of procurement evolution. Yes, that was my time. Have a beautiful day ahead. Basically, these are the stages of procurement evolution. And I hope everyone has grasped a point. So we come back to the table that we started with. You guys remember the stages that the table that we started with?
Yes.
So you are going back to the table, and I want you to fill in this stage, this column. What I have learned, since we've already discussed stages of procurement evolution and how it evolved the years, so you are going to fill in this part of the table. Okay? Are we together?
Yes.
Madam.
Okay. And I want to give you assignment so that we call it a lesson. So this is what you are going to do for your assignment. Individually, read and make short notes on principles of public procurement. Use the resources that you have. If you have phones, you can download some PDF from online. Read on the principles of public procurement. Right?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you for your time. And I want you to write on that page of your book that you drew this table. I want you to write something that you've learned, the most important thing that you've learned today. What is the most important thing that you've learned today? And again, under there you can write what is still unclear, so that we see how to help you. What do you feel is unclear to you about the stages of procurement evolution? Write them. And yes, Karen?
Okay, I have a question, madam.
Yes,
On the assignments,
yes.
are we presenting on soft copy or?
The assignment, you are going to make short notes on your books. Yes, that will be our next topic. So you are going to make short notes on your book, and we'll start from there on our next session. Is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, madam.